Woo! What's going on, YouTube? It's Donnie P all day. So I am out here in the desolate darkness all by myself. I flew out to Vegas yesterday and got some stuff done in Vegas. Had to get some supplies to work on my land here in Arizona. And I am here now getting ready for the sun to rise. There's a dead cow sitting on the side of the road over there. I'm going to drive down to Lake Alamo later on. I'll show you guys that. Today I'm going to do a little bit of surveying on my property. Going to try and find out the best spot where I want to put my driveway, and that's why I'm here. And I'll show you what I mean. Hold on. All right, walk with me. So this land, look, here comes the sunrise, man. Look at that. It looks like what's that movie? Simba, you are my son. The Lion King. It looks like that in the back. So here's my land, right? And this land has been untouched forever. Supplies, as in literally forever. Let's see. So far, this is what we're looking at. It's just getting more and more beautiful, like every 10 seconds. It's crazy. A few steps into my wilderness here, and show you a little bit of what it looks like. This is one of my Joshua trees. How cool is this? It's like a little Joshua tree forest in here, which is pretty awesome. And it just goes on. Now there's cactus right here. There's different kinds. Then there's some barrel cactus out here too. I just can't see them right now because it's still kind of dark. But I got these guys all over the place, which are pretty cool. Those are a really cool little cactus. I don't know what kind it is. I only know the saguaros and the barrels as far as name. And that's it, man. It's crazy. There's no telephone poles, no, street lights, nothing like that. It's 100% naked land. It's 100%. All right, so there's these cactus too. I'm seeing all over the place. No idea what they're called. No idea what they are. Just cactus, cacti, the plural form. I'm right now in the middle of a few Joshua trees. And I know this is a long, boring shot. There's like the mountains right there. Long, boring shot of a sunrise taking forever. But I just want to give you guys like what I'm seeing. And my camp is right there. You see the truck sitting there? So I'm just kind of walking around all of this right here that you can see with your eyes. Literally, whatever you can see besides the background, the mountains. All of this is my land. I hear the wolves. Do you hear the howling? That's awesome. It's either wolves or coyotes. Man, I'm really hoping you guys can hear that. It's awesome. Those guys, those guys are singing up a tune. But here it is. Wow, they're going crazy. So now the place is starting to come alive. I'm hearing different animals all over the place. I can hear what sounds like, well, it's definitely howling. It's either coyotes or wolves, one of the two. And it's kind of a sharper pitch, so I'm guessing coyote. And then I can hear a deeper one coming from this direction over here. And I hear that. That sounds like some kind of bird. Those coyotes are going mental. It's like, wolves howl at the moon. I guess coyotes howl at the sun because it's getting ready. Although you still have the big moon there and you got the sun coming up there. And down this area is where all the coyotes are screaming from. Well, we got some crows out here that are just crowing up a storm, calling up a storm. So here you could really see the mountains now that are around me. This is to, I believe, the north of my property right there. Then you can see they keep stretching down there. And then you have a little bump right there you can barely see, but they're still there. They're still right there. And they go all the way down to Alamo Lake, which is down there. And you can see a little mountain down there. And then you can see how they continue in there. I'm in a complete desert valley. Somewhere in this desert, there is buried treasure. Not only that, but all of these mountains over here were all gold mine mountains. And you can take a metal detector and detect for gold right on the ground, just right on the ground. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sift, especially around the washes where rain pulls, pulls through, and we have a few washes, and I seen a small one right here. And you can see this little area. It looks like a path, right? That's a wash. So it starts right here. That means when it rains, water will come through right here. And there's a bigger one down that way. And that means gold will get carried the entire way. But look at the sky. It's starting to come through with all the pinks and the oranges and the purples coming through in the sky. It's really nice. As a matter of fact, that cow is right, let me see, not that big dark spot, but there's a dark spot right there. That's where that cow is. I think it's at around the beginning of my property. And the end of my property is, way down there somewhere. It's pretty long. But yeah, now with the light, everything's starting to come into focus. Oh, how awesome is that? This is something I just noticed. I turned around. Look at the streaks of light going through the sky. That is gorgeous. Holy crap. I don't know if it's coming across the same way I'm seeing it, but it's really, really cool. So as you can see, the sun is just starting to bake through those clouds over there. I wonder if I can, yeah, look at that. Look at how cool that is, guys. I mean, that's beautiful. Man, I am stoked. I am stoked. Watching the sunrise, I mean, from dark to light, catching the whole thing, and then turning around and just randomly seeing these freaking beautiful streaks in the sky. Look at this color. It's insane. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. All right, so we're about to get an actual sunrise. It's about to come right over that peak, and you can start to see all those rays, which are what's behind me, just from a different angle. All right, well, there it is, man. That is spectacular. That is spectacular. The clouds look like they're on fire. I mean, the colors are insane. It's really, really difficult to pick up. You have like purple, pink, orange, peach, yellow, and you have like this golden tone. And then even in the clouds around it, how they're just so lit up. It's a nice morning. It's a really, really nice morning here. Okay, so with the sun officially up and looking freaking awesome, I just literally watched it climb out of that hole. I think we are going to take a walk and go check out the cow. Well, here it is. I told you I saw one when I was driving. This guy I come across, and I seen something over here. There's bones everywhere, right? There's a rib. There's a joint. And looks like something right there, but there's a whole lot of bones right here. Then there's this. I didn't know what this was. So, take a look at it. Maybe you know what it is, but I sure don't. Maybe that's one massive poop. I have no idea. But There we go. There we go. We got body parts. And out here, man, if you want to hide a body, this is the spot. So we got this thing right here, and it's crazy because you see all the white spots. Looks like that's where the birds were sitting on it to have a little feast. This thing doesn't smell too good, I'll tell you that. But look, there's a jaw, the teeth. That's pretty crazy. And that's pretty crazy. Oh man, that hide is hard. I'm seeing if there's any rattlers or anything under there. Look at that, completely hollowed out. Woo! And stinky. That's a smell of death right there. Okay, so this is something interesting I didn't notice when I was walking through. You can see, well, there's my footprints, and you can see cattle, right? You can see all that. But then, if you look, there's some smaller prints. And there's more than one of them. There's some over here that are going along the trail. And if you look at right here, I can see little pads right there. So it looks like, oh, that's a perfect one right there. That's a perfect one right there. You know what that is, guys? That is, it's either big cat or big dog, but it looks like big dog. So I'm guessing that this cow was taken down by coyotes. But I didn't think coyotes could take down something like that. There's only a few things that could really be something like a mountain lion. And look at all those. A mountain lion or a coyote or wolf is all it could be. So you can see all those pads right there. I walked right past all that. And it looks like this is where the scuffle started to happen. You see all these prints are everywhere. It looked like that cow got in a fight that it just couldn't win because there was more than one. And I heard those howls this morning. So I'm wondering, that's what it came down to right there. Is this little area right here was this guy trying to get away, and it didn't work. I mean, they ate his face off. Literally. Let's see. Oh yeah. He's stiff. He's stiff. This guy's like a tent right here. Underneath is all hollowed out, so you know, critters can literally live under this guy. It'll be waterproof. But that's it. All those pads really tell a story. It's an ambush type predator that hunts in a pack. It's a pack animal that killed that cow. There's more than one of them that took that thing out, and I think that's pretty wild. It's pretty wild. They got, I mean, it's just a wild area, you know. Wild. I like it. Speaking of wild, how about one of those for breakfast? Got tons of little driftwoods and things like that, which means dbad time would happen. I'd be able to get out and start thrashing on stuff. So I like the thought of that. I got enough stuff to pound away on out here, and if any trees need to be removed, well, I'd be able to do it dbad style. So this is all right. Well, I started doing a little bit of work, and as you can see, I was able to park up there. What I did is I hollowed it out. This is going to be my starting point eventually, about 4 feet short right there. I just wanted to get the middle just so I could drive up it. And you can see to this next reflector is where I'm going to finish it off eventually. I don't have to do that this week. I just need enough to be able to get a car up there, a truck up there. That's gonna be, I thought I just heard a car, which would have been weird because there's no cars that come here. And I am stark naked. I'm telling you, I figure I packed very light for this trip, thinking I'm not gonna need any clothing because I'm gonna be all out here by myself. So rather than going home with a bunch of dirty, sweaty, nasty clothes, from working in the sun all day, I thought I would just go stark naked. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up a tent, probably right in this area here, just to hold the gear. So the next time I fly in, I'll already have stuff here. I don't have to bring it all back home with me or, you know, trash it. I'm just going to put a tent, and between a pickaxe and a few shovels and all that, I don't have to worry about the tent blowing away. I don't have to worry about animals going in it. They're not going to know what it is. So I'm just going to store stuff in there. And so if you guys are roaming around Yucca, Arizona, and you end up on South Gold Mine Road and you're in the need of a shovel, stop by, grab my shovel, just put it back. So that's it for now. Let's continue the adventure. Maybe I'll try and find Alamo Lake. Or in July we came here. I looked on a map and I saw Alamo Lake and I thought, ooh, that'd be cool to go to. So because I don't have any phone service out here, because I have the wrong service for this area currently, I cannot look up the map. So because I can't look up the map, I'm going on my memory from all those months ago, and hopefully I will find it. It shouldn't be that hard if my memory works, but I'm like a human map, so it should be all right. All right, well, I'll let you know if we get there. Well, here's something you don't see every day unless you live out here. I believe the saguaro cactuses, or cacti, only grow in Arizona. Out of the entire world, this is the only place these things grow. Now, this thing is about 30 feet, maybe a little bit more in height. It is ginormous. I'm still cutting through here. There's another one right there. Just all mountains, and that's where I just came from back there. This is sweet. I think I'm about between 10-15 miles away from the lake now. I saw a sign back there, so I'm doing pretty good. 4 months later, I memorized a map. Whoo, yeah. Oh, right, I see water. I am almost there. Sweet. So I found the private side where nobody is. I mean, there's some footprints and some dog tracks, which is either somebody bringing their dog or somebody and then a wild dog, but it looks like somebody brought their dog. But this is right here, the edge of Alamo Lake. So I'm going to get in the water and clean my body up. Oh man, out in the middle of nowhere, just enjoying life. This is fantastic. Love it. Love it. All right, I'm going to get cleaned up.
Okie dokie. So last we saw, I was at Alamo Lake. That's where I went. That's what happened. Now, as you can see, I am in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I'm in my hotel room. I'm right outside of Slotzilla, which I'm going to show you guys a little bit of video of right after this. But let me tell you what happened, man. Something bad happened in Arizona. I'm down in the desert, right? And I get done with the lake, and I start thinking to myself, I said, I have enough gas to get back. And I mean, I had plenty of gas, but I like to explore, and I wanted to top it off. So I put in a little GPS there on the thing, on the car GPS, which I never use. I never use a car GPS because I can't stand them. They're never accurate. And I said, nearest gas station, and it was 26 miles away. And I was like, well, that's awesome, because my property was way more than 26 miles away. And then it would be another, maybe 20 plus miles away from the next gas station after that. So I was thinking, okay, this is good. I'll just go get gas and check out a new place. So this road that this thing sends me out ends up washing out. Freaking truck is all over big rocks. And I'm like, well, this sucks. Can't go through here. So I turn around and I go to leave. And this is on the Arizona Peace Trail. And as I'm leaving, I see my tire pressure go down, and the warning comes on. Oh, guess what? I got a flat out in the desert. I mean, I was out in the desert, so far in the desert that there would be no way out. I mean, there would be no way out. Luckily, I keep water in the truck, right? little survival. Got to have survival skills out in the desert if you plan on being out there. So here I am in this rental, right? And I get a flat. And I know you're not supposed to change your own flat in a rental. They don't like when you do that. But I'm sitting out there, and I get a hold of, I hit the OnStar. And I tell them what's going on, and the OnStar isn't doing anything for me. They're not doing anything for me. So along comes out of nowhere this trail of big Trump riders and a bunch of ATVs, UTVs, side by sides. And these guys are cruising down, and they all pull over, and they're like, well, let's get it done. So between everybody, all of a sudden, here comes this tire change. They had the big jack. Everything made it so much, easier. And it's one of those things where you have to remove a panel, stick in this thing, and spin it to get the tire from the bottom. I have a 99 Jeep Cherokee. You guys know it. And my Jeep doesn't need one of those, so it doesn't do that. So I was like, wait, where do you even stick this thing? So luckily these guys came around, and they were phenomenal. Phenomenal people, great people. So they get me on the road. They put a spare on. They keep going. I keep going. We're going opposite directions. So here's what happened. I get just a couple miles down, and I'm on flat, beautiful, taken care of dirt roads, right? You've seen the one I drove down. That's where I was. And all of a sudden, I'm like, you got to be kidding me. The spare went. Which means now I have no other options. So I was stuck I wish I filmed this, but once you're stuck in the desert, the one thing you don't want to do is waste your battery. And even though I had a car charger, I knew I could be out there for a while because there was nobody out there. Knowing I could be out there for a while, I didn't want to have the battery go on the car if it ran out of gas and I had to survive on the battery. So I wasn't filming. But it was long story short, I was out there. Let's see, I got there around 10:30 in the morning to the lake, and I think I left around 9 at night. That's how long I was out there. Rental companies don't do squat for you when you are stuck out in the desert. Tow companies do not go on unpaved roads. Are you kidding? This is Arizona. This is Nevada, but I was in Arizona. So many of the roads are unpaved. So basically, if you break down, even in a rental, you're screwed. They're not coming to get you. And that's pretty much what happened. So finally, I get this little bit of relief. Hold on a second. I got dust all over the camera. I get a little bit of relief. They finally track down a guy who can come and change a tire there. Not just change a tire, but put a new tire on the rim. And that's what happened. But it cost $478 because I was so deep in the desert. So deep in the desert. It was a lot. So I had to pay that. For it was $478. But it gave me a tire. It got me out. All was good. So the next morning, so I sleep obviously in the car again. I slept at my camp. And the next morning, Derek Pontier comes to help make my driveway, my lip. So we did that. We finished it. We got done what we needed to do. And then we boogied up toward Las Vegas. But we stopped at the Hoover Dam on the way, and it was cool. So that was the only real bad thing. I got two flats in the matter of a couple miles of each other, and I was probably 60 miles from any paved road, somewhere in there. So in my spare, when that one went, the rubber fell completely off the rim because I was trying to roll on a flat tire because I had no service. None. I couldn't get anybody for a long time. And I seen the top of this hill, and I said, if I can get up there, I can probably get some service. And that's what happened. So I rolled until the rubber flew off, and then I drove on a rim, just because when you need to save your own life, when you are stuck, you do whatever the hell it takes. So now I'm here. Now I'm in Vegas. I was here all last night. I had a really good time. As far as I'm a very smart gambler, I will take 5 20s, or if I even don't have 5 on me, or whatever 20s I have, and I will go to a slot and I will put it in. And as soon as my 20, like my credits go above the credits I have, I pull it out. So at one machine, it went up $2.50 over what I put in. So I took it out immediately, because as soon as I go over what I'm putting in, I'm taking it. So I'm very, very smart that way. And I have very, very good ability to I don't know, hold myself and not do it. I don't have that disease, that weird thing where you got to go. So last night, before I come up to the room, I stop and I put in a 20, and it hits for $12 on the second roll, right? So, or 15 on the second roll. And that meant I was 12 up, or first roll, sorry. Because I was playing dollar machine max bet. It was $3 for the roll. So I hit 15, so I was up 12, bam, took it, came upstairs, was done for the night. One roll, that's all it took. So then this morning, I go down, I throw a 20 in this machine, and immediately it did the same thing. Boop, it went up and up 12. So I took it. So I took a $20 bill, turned into $32 real quick, just like it was. I think it was a second roll, second or first roll, something like that. So then I put in another 20, and it hits, bam, $78. Boof, take that out. I went to the next machine, put in the next 20, bam, I hit for another 12. Long story short, dbad came out on top with a little money roll. So I like to spurt gamble. You know what I mean? When on the slots, I'll put in just a little bit, and as soon as it goes up, I'll take it. I don't need to sit down there all day long. If I hit in the first roll, I'm taking it. It's my job isn't to sit there and feed the machine. The machine's job is to feed me. So I'd say I'm going to show you what this looks like at night. This right here is just it's open. You can see right there on the bottom. It's open. That's not like a building. It's just like a tube, like a half a tube, and it's floating. But all that top right there is a bunch of LEDs, and it's amazing what it does at night. So I'm going to show you that, and then there's Slotzilla, the giant slot machine, and that lights up at night, and you're going to see that. And then I'm going to show you the Hoover Dam, and finish up. Really, hold on.
All right, so here I am outside of Slotzilla. Right here, I'm in Las Vegas, Nevada. This is right outside my hotel window. That's what I see as the Slotzilla. My hotel room window is right up there. I'm in the D. This is the ceiling inside this joint. They do all kinds of crazy stuff. You can see this is outside. This is just like a weird tunnel. And the entire thing, it keeps changing. Goes back and forth to different things. If you've never been into this section in Las Vegas, this is old Las Vegas, this is something that you'd really want to see, man. Get out to Slotzilla, come inside. It's on Fremont Street, and it's just awesome. And I'm a really good gambler as far as I know when to hold them, know when to run. Check that out. I just sat down at a slot machine. I put in $20 on my second roll. I hit for $44, so I took it out right away and I left. Second roll, that's all it took. And it's just about walking away, guys. Walking away. This ceiling right here is awesome. This is awesome. All right, so what we're looking at right here is the walkway up to go to the bridge at the Hoover Dam. So going to do that. Derek Pontier in the house. So there's the sign back there. I passed it. It says Nevada. And then on the other side is Arizona. So this is the border between the two. And you got Lake Mead going on back there.
If I drop my phone.
And this is just awesome. This is awesome. We're, I think, 280 feet above the dam from this bridge. And Derek knows more than I do because he comes here all the time. But this is one of those holy cow type moments when you are facing one of the greatest marvels, you know, man-made. It's just insane how really cool this thing is and how absolutely monstrous it is. When you look at movies and when you watch things on TV, you don't really get to grasp what you're looking at. But when you're here and you see how much is around it, because usually with the movies they don't show you Lake Mead side, they show you just, you know, down the slope where people are, you know, falling down and whatnot. You see it in the Simpsons movie, which is real life. But it's so much more incredible when you're actually here, when you're actually looking at it. You can't even fathom building this thing by hand. And that's what these guys did. Crazy. Crazy. I'm just gonna give you a little peekaboo. How high we are. That's the dam right there. That's Hoover Dam. All right, so now we're driving into Hoover Dam. So as you can see, that's where I was. I was up there taking photos of down here, and we're about to swing around a corner to actually see the dam. Let's swing around that corner. So we got around the corner, and we are looking at the Hoover Dam. We're gonna drive right across the top. After September 11th, they closed it down, and this couldn't happen. You couldn't drive across the Hoover Dam. But as you see today, we're hitting it. All right, hopefully you guys are out of the car right now, so I'm hoping I'm not gonna drop you. But this is it. Look at this. Look at that statue right here. The guy, one of the, you know, the original builders, how they hung on. That's awesome.
This is the memorial right here for these angel-looking things.
Oh yeah, the memorial for the guys who died building it. Is that what it is?
Yep.
All right, so you guys are gonna see right here these things that have wings, these big copper statues, and those are memorials for the workers who were building the Hoover Dam who had died while building. So that's actually really, really cool. Hold on. All right, so that's it right there. I think try to get that out zoomed right there. So now that's down. We're on top of Hoover Dam, and you can see this is what it is. Hopefully y'all can still hear me, or really who cares, doesn't matter. There's, hey, look at that, we're getting your picture. Hey, we got your picture. Thanks. All right, so look at that, we just stole people's photos. All right, so here is a good shot of the back of the Hoover Dam where Lake Mead reaches. Look at the water height. That is really low. It's crazy, crazy low. But it's really cool. It's really, really cool. There's the bridge we were on, just surrounded by mountains, just mountains. It's awesome. There's a little lookout thing right there. I would love to go into that thing because I'm that kind of person, but I don't think we're allowed to.
No public access.
No public access.
You can't go.
All right, so now we're going back the other direction so you can really see the water levels of Lake Mead. And you can get a pretty good view. I'm trying to hold that thing straight. That's pretty, I mean, the water level is just crazy. Just crazy. Man, wild times. All right, and here, my friends, is the lake overview. And you can see Lake Mead right over here is where it pours into the dam. Look at these right here. You see that brown tip? That's usually what's supposed to be sticking out of the water. Oh, and there's a chipmunk. Well, that's it for that. I'm getting ready to go and just enjoy the rest of my day. I've got, I don't know, about 9 hours to chill out before I end up. No, I'm sorry. It's right now, it's 8:32 in the morning, and my flight is almost 11 o'clock at night, or around 11 o'clock at night. So I have a long time. I have a long time to chill out for the day. That's it. That's it for now. I am going to end it. So if you stuck around this long, bye. See you later. I'll talk to you soon. I love you. I'm Donnie B all day. Until next video.